Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, I knew that probably happened. Oh, I need to cut my losses and put 2 new pieces on that. What is up? I'm probably jinxing myself, but it's been nonstop action this morning. Like nonstop action this morning. I'm actually replacing a bait here. I brought some of the world's worst bait. It's frozen and gross. Yes, sir. Oh man, I gotta figure out if it's a me issue because somebody just commented not suspending baits, doing any good. That says Facebook user. I don't know who said that. Yeah, I'm killing it. Numbers, not so much size, numbers. I actually was going to go to a channel cat lake this morning. I'm glad I didn't because the bite's on fire. Let's see here. Not big fish by any means, but hey, last few times I came out in the Ohio, they weren't bad trips. They were quality, not quantity. So I kind of prefer quantity over quality. I am essentially downtown Cincinnati. I'm a little farther upstream from downtown Cincinnati. We'll leave that one whole. We will fillet this one. So I'm in a variety of tournaments right now. I'm in a slot only tournament, which is 32 inches and under. I am in a regional month long, which is 2 over 25 inches and 3 under 25 inches. And I've caught 3 fish between 25 and 25 and a half inches this morning. If any of them were, or if 2 of them were a quarter inch shorter, I'd have 2 perfect fish. And I'm not a scumbag, so I measured it correctly, and I'm not going to submit it. I could have easily measured it at 24/7, and no one would have even said a word, but I would not be able to live with myself if I did that. Yeah, that is the Indian flag. Louisville, yep, Louisville's a great area to fish. I'll be honest, jealous of Louisville area. Your watershed is considerably better than ours. But hey, I'm out here catching fish, so no complaint. So what I got going on, I got each pole has a big bait and a little bait. Big bait because the 24-hour I'm in is your 3 biggest fish. Little bait on each pole. Mixture of too lazy to change the hook, and I need sub 25 and sub 32 inch fish from my other 2 events. I'm gonna hook this one up, get it out. I got technically it's 4 dragging. I got Kayak Mike Rig 2.0s, which is essentially the state I will not ever say their name because they allow commercial fishing rig. And then I got 2 dragging rigs behind me, just double hook dragging rigs. I've never ever dragged this area before, so this is actually really exciting to know that I can drag this area and not get hung up every 20 feet. I started off on a 30-foot ledge, not ledge, I started off where the channel hit 30 foot. Only my shallow poles were getting hit, so I moved into like 25 to 27 foot, and now all 4 poles are getting hit. So I'm guessing they're hanging between that 22 to 27 foot range. Somebody put the word no. I'm not sure. Yes, it is the Cleveland Indians flag. Ooh, I'm getting hit. I went and when I found out they were no longer using the Indians, I went and cleaned out Amazon and Chief Wahoo gear because I am an Indians fan. So, all right, let's See if you guys can watch this. That's getting a hit. I'm going to try baiting my other pole. You guys watch this pole for me while I bait my... Oh, I'm getting a hit on my back rod. My dragon rod's getting hit. There we go. There we go. Come on. Hook up. It's been like this all morning. All morning. It's been awesome. Granted, they're baby fish, but hey, whatever. I personally prefer quantity over quality. I just enjoy the aspect of reeling in fish more than waiting. I'm kind of impatient. The one doing good this month, and I can't seem to find them. All channels. Only one channel. The rest were blues. Maybe two channels. I've caught 4 or 5 or 6 fish. That one's getting hit again. That's a baby. All right, we're gonna let that one. If that one wants to hook up, he can hook up. Otherwise, we're gonna get this dragon bait out. Oh, the things you don't see in videos. Anybody curious? We got our 4-ounce Sandy drifters rig because we're going against about 0.8 mile an hour current, roughly, and it's holding up decent. They're holding up well. They're definitely on the bottom. The current I'm in right here is always slightly stronger than the whatever graph you're looking at, just because of how it angles, like the bend is, etc. So if the graphs, like when I left the house, all the maps said 0.6. When I got out here and let it myself do the float, it was 0.8. And the undertow here, for whatever reason, just seems to be considerably stronger than any other part of the Ohio River that I fish, minus downtown Cincinnati. Downtown Cincinnati, you got all those bridges, so your undertow is going to be really strong. I think there's a bass tournament going on because, like, almost like clockwork, a bunch of bass boats are going up upstream. All right, I'm gonna get back to that chat here in a second. Baits we're using today: some old nasty old frozen, unfrozen skipjack. I caught 4 shad at the dock. They're almost all gone at this point. And chicken. Once I run out of the skipjack and shad, I'm throwing chicken on. The biggest blue so far has been caught on the chicken. I'm trying to put 1 piece of chicken out with all 8 pieces of bait that I have at all times. That way, I'm not burning through my actual bait too quick. I had the angle of this rod wrong. All right. If you're downriver from Cincinnati, go sewer system, big flatheads. I am upriver. I am upstream of downtown Cincinnati. I have not been on my Facebook since I've asked this question, but if anyone is aware, I run the Helix 7. If anyone is aware of, that was a big old thing, of how to get your internal map to show if you're running the auto chart card, please tell me. The internal map disappeared once I put the auto chart card in, and it's driving me insane. All right, we're going to head back out a little deeper. The original plan, is that a hit? The original plan was to come out here 1, 2 in the morning, but there we go, that's getting a hit again. But my alarm went off 1:30, then went off at 2, and then it went off at 1:30 and 2, and I just hit snooze every time. So I didn't get out of my house till about 4:35. But who knows? Maybe it was a blessing. Maybe the bite would have been dead then, and it wouldn't have started till just now. Yes, new life jacket. Identical life jacket, different color. I actually really like this life jacket because when I use my other kayak, I have to have this one. Because I have to have all the gear on me. There's literally no storage on it. I knew going live was going to be a curse. It's all right though. It's all right. I caught plenty of fish to make a video. That's honestly all I care about. I filled my bag in all my tournaments now, so I'm good. My only goal every tournament, I honestly could give two craps less about winning. My only goal in every tournament is to fill my bag. Only goal. Yeah, I really want to hit the Falls of Ohio really bad. If that's you, Morgan, I'm not sure if that's you, Morgan, or not, because it just says Facebook user on my side. Um, yeah, I really want to hit the Falls of Ohio. I'm getting a hit back here. Oh wow. Oh, how'd he pull drag and not hook up? I mean, it's not set light. That was the best hit of the morning by a long shot. That one's probably 21 foot now. It looks like I came up to about 23 feet. All right, let's see here. Oh, what's yeah, Travis? I see you, man. I saw your big fish the other day. I was about to swear. I forgot. I probably shouldn't swear if I can help it. What is up, Clint? Clint, how'd your live go this morning? Are you still live or what? Dan, I know you said something right in the beginning. If I didn't shout you out, my bad, dude. You were the first comment. Yeah. Scotty Hill, aka. Okay. I'm trying really hard to do this live good. I've been by far the worst live fisherman of any of the live fishermen. Oh, our first pleasure boater. It's a monster. Yeah, dude, it was a tank. That was an awesome fish. I told the woman I would fish this morning like 1 o'clock till about now and then come home, hang out, and then go back out later tonight with my buddy Mark, but it's gonna be tough leaving. It's gonna be if it stays like this, it's gonna be real tough leaving. Granted, the weather and the pleasure boating is going to change it in a heartbeat. In 2 or 3 hours, if you're not in a kayak like this or bigger, being out here just would not be possible. Nice going downriver. Did you catch any big flatties? Did you get the dog? You know, I have the bait that I had on that pole. I should probably recheck it. Hey, what's up, Clint? How you doing today, man? I believe there were what 11 people in the daily tournament. I think 9 of us had fish before I even started. Before I submitted my first fish, and I think I submitted my first fish at like 5 or 6 in the damn morning. I'm gonna have my bait ready ahead of time this time. This way, if I gotta change it, I can change it quicker. This pole back here. You know, I should probably angle it that way. The back left pole has been the hot pole. It's caught almost every fish so far, so and it just had that big hit. We're gonna see what the bait's like. Yep, he hit. He hit the smaller bait. There's been no real preference so far this morning between the higher water or higher elevated and lower elevated bait so far. So we're just gonna keep everything as is. That was a big old hit on a fillet piece. That's my 5/0. For since I'm changing baits, I'll explain what I'm doing. I have a 5/0 Daiichi and a 7/0 Daiichi on each pole. Um, a lot of the tournaments I am require smaller fish, slot fish. The one day I'm in requires big fish. So you see here, this is a sizable piece of skipjack on a 7/0 double hook dragging rig. That is still hooked plenty well. And then if you go in the higher, little higher in the water column, you got a filleted 5/0 piece of skipjack. I just give it a little cast, make sure it lands straight, and I just kind of thumb it until it gets to the bottom. And then I will thumb it here a little bit longer. Have not had any wind till just now. A little upriver wind here. Once this bait gets out where I want it, I'll check the chat, see what everyone has said since. I always wait. I love the boaters. I know a lot of people hate boaters. I have a great relationship with like 99% of all of them. To date, I have one bad experience with one boater, and I wasn't even on the kayak. I was banked up. All right, we're gonna let this go out one more spool length, and then we're gonna close this. All right, sorry about that. Let's go back up. Clint Payne, I am the. All right, Brother, be safe. It's time to play golf, then D&D game night. Never get to fish on Saturday. Nice. I played lots of D&D. I was a DM for a long time with my buddies. Oh, I should probably put this away. Unfortunately, this is the last of the Skippy. If anybody downtown Cincinnati is fishing today and has extra skipjack, I wouldn't say no. I'll PayPal you whatever you paid for it. So for anybody watching, the way I have my rig set up, the two poles I have in front of me are kind of angled. They're not straight out. They're one click up. That way they hit the water column directly behind me. Those baits are probably, I don't know, 10 feet apart. And then my dragging baits, they are straight out. That way they are about 2 to 3 feet wider than these baits. So if they were in the same exact path, you would just be doubling up and just hoping that your dragging baits would catch a fish that your front two rod baits did not catch. Doing it this way, it gives an additional 6 foot of coverage, which is nice. Does it really matter in the river? Not really, but it is, if it feels better up here, it is better. And then I could run a planer board if I wanted to cover more area, but I've never dragged this area before, which is why I don't have planer boards out. Anytime I drag a new area, I never run planer boards because it's just such a pain in the tuchus. It's been, so people who know me know how I love my coffee. It's been so active this morning. I only have a fifth of this gone, if that. And that's from the drive here. That's not from. That's not from since I've been fishing. Come on, Feesh. Dale Hailsip. I thought you was fishing the Scioto. I am next weekend. Next weekend, I am officially fishing the Scioto River tournament. That one runs noon to noon. Anywhere on the Scioto River is legal. The bottom border is, I forget the name of the bridge. In the tournament description, though, if you go to Kayak Catfishing Tournaments on Fishing Chaos, in the description it has the borders. We have a southern border far enough down where you could catch blues, but it's north enough to where even if you have a motor, going down to the Ohio and back up in a 24-hour tournament is essentially impossible. And then next week, that one runs noon to noon. So next week, I will be on the Scioto River. I'm either fishing Oshanaheganasi, however you pronounce it, or Griggs. I am a very small YouTuber, but I have my own crazies. I do have my own crazies. So I'm not going to say exactly where I'm fishing. The three admins know where I'm fishing. But since I'm the tournament judge, I kind of, and I've judged I've judged two of their tournaments now. I think it's kind of fair if I announce where I'm fishing ahead of time. This way, people feel more comfortable about me not cord sniping, etc. Where I'm fishing this upcoming weekend is very public. If other competitors have fished there in the past and they see me going there, it has nothing to do with you. It's what I found on Google Maps. Yeah, 348 Bridge in Lucasville, Ohio. That's the most south you're allowed to go in that tournament. Now, in future Saturday tournaments, I'm gonna hook up with the Grubs and stuff, and maybe Chris Menahem and stuff, and go fish flatties in their holes. But I probably won't go to any like secret spots if I'm doing it solo. Would that put me at a disadvantage? Yeah, but I mean, the core sniping thing is a real issue in our world. And there are some scumbag administrators out there. Some people told me I could get on some flathead at rigs. Now I'm going to be dragging the whole time because anytime I fish a new body of water, I always drag. I'm always on the move. I'll be dragging or suspend drifting. I have no clue how deep it is there. I have no clue the structure. I'm praying to God it's a sandy bottom or a mud bottom. I'm hoping the current's under a mile and a half. So the chances of me catching a flathead are slim to none, but it is a 24-hour tournament when it gets dark out, and you can bank fish. Going up with my family, we're staying in a hotel. I might just take the family out later on that night and just bank fish for a little. Who knows? Oop, that's a hit. Kayak catfishing tournaments. .store. Get stuff like this. I don't think I actually have this for sale. If you want this, let me know. I'll put it back up for sale. I can only have 10 items on there at a time, or it bogs down the site, and I can't make adjustments to the gear. But anything you want, I can put on there. My seat has the ability to move up. Maybe I should just move it up because I could just be sitting here. I'm literally kneeling right now. I'm in so much pain in my hips. Prayer works. uh, what is up? What's up, Kevin? It's awesome to see Kevin in my live. Kevin's one of the King Live, King Event Live people. He was very kind to let me in one event super late. Um, he and I moderate channels together. He's a good dude. He's very, very good for this industry. It's cool. It's cool when you see somebody like that in your chat or in your chat. That's neat, especially when you're notoriously terrible at going live. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, I was. Come on, hook up. That one's getting another hit. All right. I'm for sure gonna double dip on this too for content. I am not ashamed to go live and then make a video out of it. Not ashamed at all. I might go live tonight too. My buddy Mark and I, we're going out again tonight. Thank you, Kevin. I need Kevin. I actually wanted to message you. I have a trailer being made. It'll be done roughly October. But the dudes are in the Carolinas, and I'm almost positive you're in the Carolinas. If you're anywhere near that area, I would love to come meet you, fish with you, say hi, something. It's neat meeting other guys in this industry in person. All right, well, I'm getting as many hits as I was before I went live. I'm just, none are hooking up now. I had my best hit since I went live. All right, this one's been hit so much, I'm going to give it a check. We'll go over what the kayak mic rig is here after I reel this one up. I call it the kayak mic rig because one, it's funny. Two, I should probably change that bait. Two, I try not to give that state any kind of action in any of my videos because they allow commercial fishing. So you got your dropper nut, or you got your swivel down here, 4-ounce weight. Mainly people run this rig with a lead weight down here. I use a dragging weight so you can suspend and or slightly drag it off the bottom. First dropper nut, second dropper nut. And what makes this kind of unique to me is I tie it off to a swivel right here, a clip swivel. That way I can take this whole leader on and off without having to untie it or clip it off. So since I am desperately low on bait, I'm just gonna kind of rehook this at the bottom. So the more chunky part. Yeah, that'll deal. So at least the more meaty part is there for them to hold on to. But yeah, we call that the kayak mic rig 2.0. Oh, we came up shallow. I need to get back out in the channel. Yep. I'm going up a little ledge here right now, so my back poles are getting hung nonstop. South Carolina, okay. I'm not sure how close I'd be to South Carolina. Well, I can't forget they gave me the address. It's the On the Water Innovation guys. That's who's making my next trailer. For those of us just joining, we are dragging the Ohio River, going upstream 0.2, 0.3, downstream's currently 0.8-ish. It's river rise the rest of the day, and we never get river rise on the weekends, so. That's either a big old fish or that's a big old log I'm about to hang up on. We're gonna redrop this bait. Yep. When this one got hit earlier, the chicken got pulled off. Time to get another piece of chicken out. I'm throwing one piece of chicken out at all times to just preserve my good bait. Not that chicken's not good. I have no issue using chicken. It's caught the biggest fish so far today. But right now, when they're actively feeding and coming off the nest, I prefer to have what they're looking for, if I can. But I am not anti-chicken by any means. I am pro catching fish, and I don't care how you get the job done, as long as they're caught. Still got a bunch of the fish slime on this from this fish caught. Running this continuous right here, bit of a problem. For anyone else who runs a GoPro, or if you don't run a GoPro and are curious, these things get upwards of 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I am seared right here from reaching around this GoPro. Come on, Feesh. There we go. That's getting a hit. Oh, that one seemed like a decent hit too. That's a bummer. We'll give it a second before we check our baits. That's the beauty of the double hook rig. When you're running a single hook rig, when you get hit, for me anyway, it's a constant mind battle. Do I check my bait? Do I leave it out there for a couple seconds? Because if you just went through a school of fish and your bait got taken, you have nothing down there. But then if you do have bait on, you pull it away from them, they might have been coming to take it, blah, blah, blah. The one nice thing about the double hook rig is if you get hit and you know that's the first hit on that rod since it's been out, you can leave it down there without the mind battle of do I still have bait on it, because you still got at least something. One of the hooks still have bait on it. All right, I got a barge coming. The channel's way over there, so I should be good. Anyone in the chat? Ugh. There was shad fins just sitting on this. Anyone in the chat? Any questions, comments, anything? All one of you. Let me know. Ugh. Come off that side. And then there were none. And then there were three. All right, the hits are starting to die off again, or not again, but now. So there's a good chance they have moved back out into the channel. I'm gonna get myself here a little deeper. Also, I'm coming up on known structure up here if I keep going straight. So got a big old barge coming right for me, but he's got plenty of room over there, so he should have enough space. Oh, that's a hit. He's still on. He's still on. There we go. That's a good hit. Oh wow, that was a very good hit. I don't know if I change this to back to my blue drag. And I drag just a little more. All right, fish on. All right, let's see here. I wish the camera was angled a little better. I hope he hooked himself, and I hope, oh, he's unraveling a lot. Kayak Mike Rig 2.0 scores. All right, he's super ravel. Biggest fish of the day, I think. Super ravel, which is a blessing in a... Oh, I'm getting a hit on my other pole behind me. This one seems bigger though. He's on the smaller bait or smaller hook. Oh, get in there. All right. Fish in the net. We good. I'm still getting that hit on that pole behind me to my left. As I create a professional bird's nest. By far the best one of the day so far. Feels good when you catch stuff on, not things you made up, but because I clearly did not completely invent the rig, but things that aren't just normal. He hit the shed, and I'm pretty sure that is the complete end to all the shad. And the shad was on the smaller hook. This guy was caught on a 5/0. Now these 5/0s that I'm running are essentially 7/8 size hooks for a normal brand. Daiichi's run really big. Right. The only problem about the double hook rig and a kayak when using a net is this. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, I just caught myself. This this does tend to become a nightmare sometimes. Oh, jeez. Some people say don't use a net. No chance. Or current tournament fishing. I want to get that fish in the boat as soon as possible. Because if in the event he doesn't hook himself well, like we don't have a lot of big fish. Big fish make everything easy. The smaller fish don't always hook themselves well, etc. So, oh. By the time you get this thing close enough to land, there's a good chance he can get himself off the hook. All right. Oh wow, I got really shallow. So, well, I don't have a choice. I gotta keep going this way. I gotta use the phone now for a second. I'll be back. I'll show you guys the fish first. Oh, this is my biggest fear. Dropping my phone in the water. There's our dude. I'll be right back. Oh. All right, we are back. Let me get my phone situated. Once I get this guy on camera and released, I will go back up into the comments and catch up. All right, come here, bud. Now that I got him pictured, I'm gonna take him off the grips so he doesn't go. All right, this guy is a male. So on Main River now, our spawn is finally over. I don't know if you guys can see it. You got some spawn marks on this guy. Solid fish. So I'm kind of showing off to the barge. Hey, barge! So I'm out of here. See you later, Blue Cat. Now, anyone else with YouTubes and stuff, a little hint, if you're running a continuous camera like me, after you catch a fish or something like that, turn off and turn on your GoPros. It makes it easier to find where you caught that fish. I should probably recheck all my baits because I know for a fact a bunch were hit during that process. All right, I promise I'm going to get to the comments. Let me rebait my hooks. I'm going through a spot where I've caught some good fish before. Running low on the shad or the skipjack. That's all I got left. I'm going to be only chicken here in a second. We'll go live until I either run out of bait or get to the mouth of the Fat Creek up here. I'm going to be using everything, including the tail, on this guy. While I bait this pole for your viewing pleasure, old barge coming by. It's Enid Dibert. If that's how you pronounce it, I have no idea. Barges, those are the guys I feel the worst for in the summer. If you're a kayaker and you don't like pleasure boaters, the amount of stupid they got to put up with. Whee! All right. Getting that bait back down there. Oh, we're only 18 foot right now. That's not good. All right. I'm going to swing back up this chat. Hey, Dale. South Carolina. Absolutely. Corey Jeffers. Hope you slam, man. We're having a blast down here in the James. Oh, nice. Hey, Dave. Hey, what's up, EG Kayak Catfishing? Thanks, Dustin. All right. You guys watch those polls. I need to relieve myself. Probably should wait till after these wakes go by, but oh well. Oh, I'm getting a hit on the pole I just put down. Yep, still getting a hit. That pole right there is getting a hit. The pole I just caught that fish on. I know my other poles were getting hit while I was reeling that fish in, though, so. Hey, Justin! Thanks, Justin. yeah, no. If I was gonna do it in front of anybody, though, you're definitely the person to do it in front of. You find it the funniest. And I was getting a bite too during. That's too funny. On the rod I literally just put back down and I caught a fish on. One of my better friends in the game and ultra competitor, etc., Justin Johnson. If there's some slim chance you don't have him subscribe, go subscribe to JJ Tide Catfishing. Same thing with Dan, Green Machine Outdoors, Clint, Circle Hook Productions, Ryan Boards, Blue Collar Fishing. Those four guys are like, I'd say, my four main friends in this. If I'm leaving somebody out, I apologize. But I talk to those guys probably the most out of anybody. That's funny. Well, we're still getting heat here. I moved up into 17 foot of water. I'm trying to get more out on the channel, but we're going to be running into pleasure boat traffic and a lot more bars traffic here soon. So sometimes pleasure boaters, they just, if they're not in the channel, they're just like, where do I drive my boat? The small wiener comment, that's funny. So anybody watching, and ironically, I actually, when JJ got his new motor, I warned him of this, and I figured it out like the next day. Going one direction at one speed used to drive me insane because I didn't realize there's a cruise control function. I'm going point 0.2, point 0.3 consistently upstream, no drift sock, nothing. Because once you hit 1 mile an hour, hit your directional button, then hit your cruise control button, it's going to go to 1 mile an hour, and then you can go up and down from there. So right now, I'm doing point 0.2, point 0.3 consistently, no drift sock, nothing, just by the motor going straight up. Before that, I was using like the actual speed in the direction and using a drift sock, not using a drift sock, then it was a nightmare. So make sure you know how to use your cruise control. It makes tactical fishing 1,000 times easier. Yeah, I know, right? It wasn't even the instruction manual. Somebody saw my comment I left on your video and they shot me a Facebook message and they're like, yo, cruise control button right here. The only thing that stinks about going point 0.2, point 0.3, you can't make quick adjustments. I want to be like 50 feet more to my right now. And to do that, I'd have to reel everything up, reposition myself, restart. It's just, I'd rather just the kayak just work its way over. Thanks, Sean. I'm gonna recheck my baits here real quick. I know I was getting hit while I was reeling that fish in, so. I'm glad I got a fish on live. Biggest fish of the day so far. I wish I was catching as many now as I was before I went live. 18.5 feet right now. That was shad. Is it possible to catch fish right now, 18.5 feet? Absolutely. The possibility at a bigger one, not likely. I can see on my side imaging exactly where I want to be. It's literally about 75 feet to my right. For people who may not know or are curious why I want to be deeper now, we're essentially off the morning bite. The water's going to start rise. The water temperature is going to start rising. They're going to be leaving these shallow flats in these shallow areas to go back into the main channel. Ooh, ooh. When they hit shallow, man, that's fun. This is either chicken or a small piece of skipjack. Oh my god. I mean, I'm live, so I want to get him on the video for you guys, but he helps me in nothing. All right, please fall off. You guys see him? Fall off, fall off, fall off. Nope, not happening. Okay. Even fish this tiny, when you're using this kind of gear, the one thing I love about these rods, they are light action enough to where even that, the hit was fun. If I was using a heavier action rod, reeling this guy up, I mean, hell, you might not even know he was on the rod. But these guys, these are the most dangerous. I'm not even measuring him. If he helps me in anything by the end of the month, shame on me or shame on my competitors for letting it help me and meaning anything. Come on, bub. All right, we're going to get him out of here. Itty bitty guy, little blue. But again, he's fat. I mean, he's bleeding a little bit. He's fat. I can't tell. I mean, he kind of blew his organs out, but I ain't going to Dieter Malhorn it. So, see you later, bub. All right, he went down fine. And the chicken survived. That never happens. It got caught on a piece of fat. That's why. We're just gonna hook this again a little bit and get this back down there. Skipjack's still perfect. Well, it's disgusting, but It's still in perfect shape as far as hooked. I'll get this back down there. Closer to 20 feet now. That's good. Slowly making our way back out into the channel. What I'm doing here is the moment I feel that dragging weight touch the bottom, I'm flipping my bail. Boom. Since I'm a little deeper now, this one's probably not on the bottom. It wasn't. All right. All right, let's catch up on the chat. See you later, JJ. Hey, thanks for stopping in. That means a lot. What's up, Finn and Foul? Justin C. Just needed Justin to leave. Actually, I'm kind of glad he left. He would have busted my balls about that. That thing was so small. These are the Big Cat Fever booby rods. I call them the booby rods. They're the breast cancer awareness rods. Me, all rods catch fish. The appearance, the aesthetics of a rod will sell me way before the performance of a rod. All medium heavies, fast actions, etc., they're all going to catch fish. They're essentially, go to Alibaba.com, you can buy all these damn reels and rods. Super cheap if you wanted to. But what sells me on a rod is the aesthetics. I love the pink and black. I'm going to be getting myself some Uncle Lou rods here soon. I love orange. I've been watching other people use them. They seem to have an awesome fast action. So I probably lose hookups because I prefer fast action. But I mean, a rod bent like this is a lot more fun to look at than a reeling a fish in with the rod looking like this. That's just for me. Now, serious tournament guys want a slower action, stiffer reel because you're going to get a better hookup that way. I'm a tournament guy, but I don't really care if I win. I'm more here for the video than anything else. Hey, if you're from Cleveland, Neo, check this out. Oh, get a hit. There we go. I got an Indians flag. I was gonna show you. Dragon bait hit. Very good. We got an old catfish boat up there that just parked himself between two pylons. This guy feels like he has some decent size. I'd put money on it in that 25. Ooh, that 25 to 30 inch range again, with some good head shakes. If you can see it, Cleveland guy. Cleveland, that's cheap wahoo. Oh, these are some legitimate head shakes. I hope he's hooked well. Sorry, I'm not talking. I have stage fright like JJ when it comes to talking when people are around. Oh, wow, wow. Oh, oh, this is a really good fish. Oh, no. Oh, this is a, man. This is a 45-inch gar. Oh. He's not even hooked. He's just wrapped around my line. Son of a... Man. I don't dislike Gar the way JJ hates channels. I hate them when I'm targeting catfish. He ain't going in my net. But I also don't want to lose this rig. I'll lift him up for the camera just for you guys to see at least. If he snaps my line, whatever. Maybe I'll fall in with him. Hey, keep your nose away from my sandy drifter. Yeah, I'm too short. I can't lift him any higher. This is beyond my PB, that's for sure. But I'm gonna get my skipjack head back if he likes it or not, because I have no more bait left, essentially. All right, let's see here. We're gonna try and all right, well, I was gonna try and at least get my hooks back, but oh, that's such a bummer. All right, I'll stop being a Debbie Downer. I'm glad I hooked him. He was fun to reel in. Bummer, but fun to reel in. I guess you guys get to see me tie rig. We're back down to 24 feet. All right, let's get these suspended rigs back on the bottom. Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's gonna be sweet for the video. I like catching them for the video because they come out like trout and bass. Like that jump is gonna be an awesome slow motion. Which let's save that. That jump's gonna be an awesome slow motion, like B-roll. I'm resetting my cameras for anyone watching. I said it already, but a little tip: if you're doing the YouTube thing, if you're continuously running like I am, after you catch a fish, not every time, but after you catch a fish, turn your GoPro on and off. It's easier to find when you're running through all your footage, because all my I run 4K, so all my clips are 4 gigs each. Well, if I see a clip out there that's 1.5 gigs or less than 4 gigs, I know something probably happened right there, so I can easily find it. All right. All right, I'll show you guys how I do a double hook rig. Do I have the line out already? I have the line out already. We're going to put this one on one of my buddy's rattles. My buddy Mark, one of the best fishing partners I have, Mark Bennett. He went and painted me a bunch of spooks. I almost just threw my identifier in the drink. All right. Here we go. Keep in mind, I'm 5'7", 5'8", depending on what pair of shoes I'm wearing. This will bite me in the butt one day, but I use 30-pound test, even in the Ohio River for my leader line. I should be using 60 or 50, but I just don't. Best snips known to mankind are toenail clippers. All right. So keep in mind, I'm 5'7". Full length, and this is for the Ohio River. I want to be higher off the bottom than if I was in a lake. So full length once, and then about shoulder width apart. But I got some wide shoulders, so just clip that off. I do a dropper knot faster than anyone in the history of dropper knots too. You'll see. This is, you want a rattle, throw a rattle on my dropper knot. Does it help? No clue. Does it hurt? Definitely not. As you can see, it catches up the fish still. So I'm still gonna go 7/0, 5/0, big bait, little bait, but now I'm doing it because of my lack of bait left. I can't afford to be putting only big baits out. First things first, wet the line however you want, don't matter. I do a simple snell. I have not had one fail me yet. 7/0, so I wrap 7 times. Might have been 8, don't matter. Little arms. You go from the island. Oh, big hit, big hit, big hit, big hit. Here we go. If this is a gar, I'm gonna be furious. 21 feet, so I mean another baby on the chicken, but hey, that's what makes these lighter action poles or these medium heavy fast action poles and fishing shallow suspended so much fun. He's not going to help me, so I'm just going to lift him up. Hopefully he gets in the camera. All right, he's in the camera. Where is my line I'm working on? It's over here. All right. Same piece of chicken. Somehow that chicken survived another day. We'll throw it back down. Funny, before that gar hit, I was about to check my other 2 poles. I might have no bait on my 2 poles to my left. This is a female. Without looking at the genitalia, one telltale sign is the mouth being extremely tiny. Oh, he's... I'm sorry, dude. I might have to retie this with how he wrapped himself up in. I'll look in the chat here once I get him out. All right, little guy, again, we're not even measuring him. Get him out of here. Let's see here. How bad's this leader? I mean, it caught 2 pieces or 2 fish. We'll just send it back down there for a 3rd. That skipjack is still in good shape. We're going to hook it through the bottom instead this time. All right, back to doing the rig. Let's see, wow, I liked them until that 4-foot gar. Okay. I only started 20-pound mono. Trying to bust. Yeah, same here. That's one of the main reasons I use it too. I hate trying to bust heavy line. I love when kayak fishermen are like, I use a lighter 50-pound test line so it's easier to bust for my leader line. Like, I'm sorry. If you're fishing out of a kayak, I don't care how strong you are. 50-pound test is not easier to bust. Even in a boat, I don't know anyone who's just busting 50-pound tests without a motor. Oh man, this thing has been chewed to pieces. We're gonna hook it so it's longer instead of wider. It's a tiny piece of bait. All right, let's get it back out. All right, back to rig before we were kindly interrupted. We got our 7/0 right here. I'm gonna make that my bottom knot or my bottom hook this time. Higher in the water column, bottom on the rig. Now, since I am using a spook, that's why I made the leader line a little longer. I do something most people don't. So you want the eyes facing the hook. This rattles much more than that. I mean, you guys might be able to hear it. I'm shaking the same amount. So you want the rattle in the back. Some people do what I'm about to do. Some people don't. I've experienced line slippage if I don't loop it in every single eyelid except for the middle one. So here we go. Through the first side. And you don't want to loop it immediately because then you'll have a curly, your entire leader line is going to be curly. Some people loop it once, some people loop it multiple times. I do the front one once and the back one once. All right. This guy looks like the fuzz. You guys might be witnessing me getting stopped by old Fish Face. I have a good relationship with the ODNR, so calling them Fish Face is a joke. I don't actually mean that disparagingly. It looks like a Fish Face boat. He's coming up, and he's almost coming right at me. It would be too funny if he was watching this, hearing me calling him Fish Face. If you're watching this, I apologize for calling him Fish Face. Oops, caught my GoPro. Oh, it's fire and rescue. That's neat. Oh, fire division. What's up, boys? Say hi, you're on YouTube. Say hi, you're on YouTube live. That's our fire department. That's our fire department. We everyone has great like fire departments and stuff. We have a really good one in Cincinnati too. All right. So about 18 inches or so away from the spook. Take about, I don't know, what's that? I just do it so much now. It's about 10 inches of line. Make a loop. I go wider if I'm running a 7/0, but I know I'm going to have a 5/0 here a lot, so add 12 inches of line. Just your dropper knot. Nice and simple. Boom, dropper knot done. Slide the rattle on. Now, some people throw beads on here. Philosophy is the rattle prevents a hookup. I mean, it very well could. I'm not saying it doesn't. I just haven't missed enough fish to justify throwing beads on. And now what I do that a lot of people don't, I'm going to tie this end to a clip swivel. That way, so once I get up here, I'm going to suspend drift back. I can just unclip this and throw one of my kayak Migrate 2.0s on 2 seconds. If I tie this directly to my swivel, now I got to clip this, tie a new knot. Now I lose leader length, etc. Now I have the same thing every single time I put it on and take it off. Just gotta find those clip swivels. Just burnt my armpit. How far away is that? Yeah, that's good. Is that too far? Nah. No such thing as too far up in the water column this time of year in the Ohio River. Damn it, we're back down to 18 feet. The spot of the Ohio is so shallow. Then up here, I call it a fisherman's knot. I think other people call it a proof clinch. I don't know. Everyone else I see doing the clinch knot, they spin the line. That seems like such a pain in the butt. I spin the lure, the hook, whatever and it twists it so much quicker and so much easier. And then you just turn around and go back up that loop you made. Yeah, I see people twisting a line around itself, and I'm like, that looks like a lot of dexterity just needed to do that. Just spin the lure or the hook or whatever you're tying it onto. It's literally the identical knot at 1/10 of the amount of time it takes. All right, that's good. And my dragging rigs, I use a 3-way swivel. I can still use this one. That is straight. I don't like the ones that have bearings and the ones that are like triangular. Straight to the weight, and then 90 degree right here, 90 degree to the drag. Since I started doing it this way, I started doing this way a couple months ago. I haven't experienced a mess up here yet. And that used to happen to me with every other 3-way swivel I used to use. Well, that's a super long leader. Oh well. I am like in the middle of a dang river, and it is 17 freaking feet. I guess I need to get to the Kentucky side. All right, old Skippy. This is all she wrote. Oh, wait, I still got that headpiece. Oh, did you hear that? That was the GoPro overheating. That's hot. Sorry, I haven't looked at chat in a bit. I'll look at it here once I'm done getting that rig in the water. All right, our little bait's going to be chicken this time, so cutting the chicken. I like cutting it with fat, as you've seen earlier. Fat stays on the hook a little better than just the chicken itself. Can I still get away with doing your mouth? Or is that too much rigor mortis? I mean, I could be worse, I guess. Really light cast, just to get it away from my suspended bait. And we're fishing. No rhyme or reason to how far I put out the line. If I'm more confident with my structure, I'll put out 100 to 200 yards behind me. If I'm not confident with the structure, 25 to 75 yards behind me. All right, let me get back here. All right, Clint's back. All right, I haven't missed any chat. Very good. I need to. Has this been falling down? Oh, that would have been so much better for the live for the last two fish at that angle. Is that jeopardizing my camera up here though? No. All right. Oh, legend. Only problem right now is I'm slowly getting to the state that shall not be named ever in my videos side, and if a bar starts coming, I'm kind of screwed. I am smack dab in the middle. Put this over here. Oh. Time to be a hero. That's another nice thing about this long net. You can pick up some trash. I try not to get too self-righteous and angry about that because we're all human. If I said I never accidentally lost trash in the river, I'd be a liar. So I always just think to myself, oh, that was an accident by somebody. It wasn't intentional. I can't tell you how many things I've seen myself drop off the kayak looking at the video back. I've lost like 3 of these off the kayak watching back on video. I really hope the bait's stacked up in this back creek because I really want to continue fishing today. I might not go home. I might legitimately just stay out here and fish all day. If I need food, I can go to Pirates Cove. All right, we are no longer on the bottom. Good. Let's tighten this life jacket. There we go. Let's fix this too. All right. Oh, wow. 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 Rip drag. I don't know if you guys heard that. This is the one that had drag rip on it earlier. And I tightened the drag down a little bit. Where are we at? Yep, we're back in the 23 foot of water. That makes sense, which means this bait was probably right in that 20-foot range. We've been going, we're scooting across the river now, kind of diagonally. So the nice thing about that is I'm getting the scent trail in multiple areas of the river. I'm not just doing one straight path. Let's get you guys a little better angle of this. All right, this one feels the biggest of the day. Hit the hardest for sure. Oh, 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 no, 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 no. He's got my other line. No! No! You gotta be kidding me. Oh, man. Hopefully you guys can at least see that. And he's got my hook to where I could I could actually get this out if I brought him in the boat, but I might just cut my losses. Oh, this is another 35 to 40 inch gar. Come on, man. I'm trying to make a decision. Do I risk getting bit out here, trying to get my hook back? Because I'm lazy. I don't like tying leader lines. Because he could jump right in this kayak and I'd be in a lot of trouble. God, this is so frustrating. I'm just gonna cut my losses and tie another leader. You stay over there with those teeth. All right, buddy. See you later. Oh, you stay over there. Oh, oh no, 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 no. Don't catch my other line. Peace. Yeah, now that leader's too damn, that leader's too short now to just tie another hook on. That's frustrating. At least that was a piece of crap bait that I had on. It's about to be like this permanently for the next few hours here. God. Even on bottom. Yeah. So where the stretch of river I'm at, you could be on the Ohio side and drag no problem in 1 to 1.5 mile an hour current. The moment you get middle to closer to the state that won't be named side, um, you could be in the same current and you won't be anywhere near the bottom with 6 ounce, 8 ounce dragon sinkers. Oh, crap. I am. There's a straight line on my fish finder. Whatever that is, I am on. Well, you guys got to see two really big fish at least. What's up, fishing local? 336. What area code's that from? Man, repairing your file. This GoPro just doesn't want to work. I hope it's not destroying all my files. File repaired. that gar explains the short run, not the hit and run. Normally, channel cat, blue cat, when they hit that hard initially, it's normally a prolonged, like hard hit. It's not like a and then stop. Typically, in my humble experience. All right, well, looks like we're tying another rig here. Mark, if you're watching, thank you for the spooks. You painted me some custom spooks here, real pretty, to match my pole. Pink. Or to insult my man. Oh, that pole is hung. Nope. All right, we're out. Good. Or to insult my manlyhood, one or the other. All right, let's do it again. Ooh, nice. All right, we're finally out here in some depth. We're out here 28 feet now. Current much stronger out here. My suspended banks. By the time the line hits the water, it's behind the kayak. That's how much stronger the current is out here. Apparently a lot more debris too. Come on, get off. All right, well, let's tie the rig, I guess. Dang, nabbit. I got the three-way swivel out here already. I got one hook. I just need a 5 We are going to save this bait because we don't have any. Back of the kayak. That last one was a little bit. We're gonna give this till after I tie this new rig. See how bad the boat traffic is. The pleasure boat traffic starting to pick up, which I don't mind fishing around pleasure boaters. It's just it's the ability to not fish is frustrating. I don't care about the wakes. It's the when you're bouncing up and down and stuff. It almost makes fishing impossible unless you're dragging baits. Wakes actually, I know they bother a lot of people. Wakes don't bother me at all. The only wakes I actually don't like are john boat wakes. The shorter, steeper the wake, the rougher it is on a kayak. A big lake, whatever. Kayaks kind of just flow with the water. A short, steep lake, you literally you go right there with it. I should really sharpen it. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't experienced gar head shakes like that before. Granted, I don't really catch gar that big, but still, I normally don't experience like real big head shakes like those last two gave me. That's uh, that's a decent distance. Dropper not done. Sorry if I'm ignoring everyone in the chat. I'm notoriously bad for doing that, but I am prepping a rig. Not much I can say about that or do about that. Back to 21 feet? What the heck? For those who are still here, bless your souls. I can't imagine how boring this is right now to watch. I have a feeling my 2.0s aren't even on the bottom. It's the river's rising all day today, so dragging may not be an option for the rest of the day now. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet we're going well over a mile an hour now. Which I've dragged with these weights 1.5 to 1.8 before, but in a different stretch of the river. Not all current the same speed is created equal. All right, give me 1 second. I saw a couple chats out there. Let me catch up. Let me get this last pole rigged and out. All right, let's read this here. All right. That was a gar you just released. Yes, that was a gar I just released. If you're still here, fishing local 336. Where you located, Mike? You ever hit the water between Anderson Ferry and the mouth of the Great Miami? I have not hit that water yet. I am upstream of downtown right now. Maybe a sit on top kayak, but I don't trust it on a sit inside kayak. I mean, that would make sense. Granted, for me, any kayak, I still prefer a bigger roller because a kayak. So a kayak sitting in the water like this. If the water tips like that, you're with the water. So a big roller, you're tipping with the whole water. Now imagine the roller is as that wide and you're this wide. When you're wider than the wake, that's when it becomes tippy. There's a huge deep hole where the power lines cross the Ohio between the mouth of the Great Miami and the highway bridge about 100 yards. I believe I've heard of that. I have not gone there yet, though. I was thinking about one day going up to Tanner's Creek and just muscling it out for an hour or two upstream to get to the mouth of the Great Miami. Can't wait until you hook the 80 pounder and have to call Coast Guard. I'm pretty sure I'd be okay. The only reason I'm pretty sure I'd be okay landing an 80 in this is the net. There's no fish in America I can't land with that net, minus a sturgeon. Crap, I'm going towards Ohio again. And barges coming. But I specifically went out and got Whisker Seeker's biggest net. I don't really believe in preparing for a fish of a lifetime. The only thing I have prepped for a fish of a lifetime is the net. Nothing else in my kayak is rigged for fish of a lifetime. I know some guys use like crazy heavy leader because they say like, oh, what if you hook into that fish of a lifetime? I'm like, well, the other 5,000 fish I caught were no fun up until that fish, so no, I'm not gonna do that. All right, last piece of skipjack. Once I start baiting pulls up with nothing but chicken, that's when this live will end, and I'm gonna go try and get bait. Or another gar. If I catch another gar, I might just go home. Again, I don't dislike gar, but I would prefer not to catch them when I'm targeting cats. All right. 5-aught, we're gonna hook this piece of skip in the belly. All right, here we go. Is that a hit? No, it's not a hit. All right. Before the pleasure boaters get out here in full force, I am going to relieve myself again. Watch these poles for me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hurry up, Willie. Got boats coming. All right. That'll ultimately be my demise on this. Guaranteed. One day I'm going to forget to turn the camera. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to lose everybody who helps me out. I'm going to have to stop the YouTube channel. All right, I'm grabbing the water, and then I'm going to catch up with chat. Oh, there's our fire gods again. All right, let's catch up with chat. Can't wait until you. Okay. As in pulling. Oh, pulling me down river. Yeah. Well, so the trolling motor I'm using, I have cruise control set on. So if that 80-pounder did hit and tried pulling me the opposite direction, the motor is going to do everything in its power to keep me at 0.3 this direction. So I stopped using the motor in a set. I used to use the motor in a set power and throw a drift sock out to control my speed, completely not realizing there's a cruise control function. Before, you were right. It would be in a set speed. If a big fish did hit, it would pull me backwards. All my lines that were dragging would get all hung up. It was a nightmare. But now that I realize technology is amazing and there's a cruise control button, even if that monster hit, I would still be going this direction. Now, if a monster ever did hit, I would smack spot lock. Because then I would be fighting just the current, not the current and the boat going against the current. Oh, don't do the chicken like that. Oh no, that's cool. I'm glad that you're new to kayaking. I'm glad that you mentioned it. Um, if anyone, yeah, I wasn't explaining that being a prick. I was trying to be helpful because I know a lot of people will like post on like forums and Facebook groups like how safe is it to be out here, etc. Because a lot of people are really scared of the boat traffic. And I swear to God, I'm not. My opinion is you make your own safety. Like you make your own rules about safety. No one can tell you what's safe or not. There's a few old guys on some pages and old women. They're always just like safety this, safety that, and they try and scare everyone from coming out here. Come out here on a busy day, paddle 200 meters, see how you feel. If you feel okay, do a little more the next time you come out. But like once you're a little more experienced, I used to come out here in the Flint, and I was fine. Like, am I a little younger, more nimble, smaller? Yeah. But a big dude, a 300-pound dude in this kayak would be just as fine as I am in this kayak right now. I wouldn't advise a 300-pound dude in the Flint. Clint, I'm doing awesome. I caught two, probably 40-plus inch gar on camera so far. So camera's been a blessing and a curse. I've caught less fish on camera. The action's been a little less, but I caught my biggest catfish live. But I've also caught two dang gar live. I've never caught a gar dragging before. Every gar I've ever caught has been stationary. I've never actually caught a gar on the move before. Just goes to show how actively feeding all these fish are right now. All right, we're going to try and get back in the channel here a little bit more again. I'm 5'11", 280, and swim great in a pool, but can't pull the trigger on getting a kayak safety. Is now comfortable you are with. Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Has is awesome. I want to say something, but it'd be discrediting him, and that's not fair. You're also as good as your water system. He's not a new fisherman. He's a really good fisherman. So he's taking his already known skills and applying them to the kayak. And he has an amazing mentor, Dan, to teach him. I don't know how much they collaborate or anything, but he is. He's good and he's killing it. He is killing it. But it's hard to say something like that because because like I'm fishing the Ohio River, he's fishing the James. People will be like, sour grapes, you're taking credit away from him. That's not what I mean. It's just biology. It's just biology, man. I'm glad he's fishing a tournament, so the more the merrier out here. All right. Looks like the shallow water bites died off a bit. We're going to try and get in that 35, 40-foot water. That is right over there. I don't see any barges, so I should be able to slowly make my way over. Let's see here. Has life experience? Yes. Uh, it's a great group and sponsor for the fish. They also don't have any commercial pay like trolls who are killing me. Yeah, I promised myself going live, going forward, I wouldn't harp on that as much as I do normally. But I mean, that is a fact. Oh, I'm getting a hit over here. Getting it over here. Yeah, it is 100% a fact. I don't blame commercial as much as I blame pay lakes. Because here's the thing: you get rid of pay lakes, there's no need. If you get rid of the need, there's not going to be a supply. Commercial fishermen, they sell smaller catfish for food. Like when they're selling catfish for food, they're selling those 5 to 10 pounders. They're not selling trophies for food because markets don't want trophies. The only market for a trophy catfish is the only market for a trophy catfish is a pay lake. That is the single market for a trophy catfish is a pay lake. So if you eliminate the pay lake, you eliminate the need, you eliminate the supply. Which is why I just don't understand how people support them. Don't understand. I've said some mean things about people who support pay lakes, and I don't regret any of it. It's straight up animal abuse. It's a dog fighting ring, but worse because we're the ones torturing the animals, not other dogs. You don't have to breed dogs to know dog fighting's abysmal, disgusting, and horrifying. You shouldn't have to be a catfisherman who chases the wild catfish to know that pay lakes are a disgrace. Ohio has over 100 unregulated pay lakes. I've gotten deep. I've been emailing Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana about this because I want to learn more about their right. I want to actually be factual in my statements. I don't want to just be propaganda. There's over 100 unregulated pay lakes in Ohio and tons in Indiana. I don't know the specific number. They wouldn't give it to me. Ohio and Indiana, this many zero. There's this many regulations on pay lakes in Ohio and Indiana. Kentucky has, believe it or not, the best regulations on pay lakes. But the reason they have the best regulations is because they're the ones who allow commercial fishing. Indiana also allows commercial fishing. I know some people from Indiana who gripe about Kentucky, but you're not out of this. You're just as bad. Indiana and Kentucky and Illinois all allow commercial fishing in the Ohio River. Kentucky has limits. There's only X amount of lakes that are allowed to be opened in Kentucky. They're only allowed X amount of pounds per stocking, X amount of stockings per year, X amount of poundage per year. They actually have regulations, which is still bad. We should get rid of pay lakes altogether, but at least there are regulations, and you can see public accountability. Ohio and Indiana, there's no public accounting. They have to buy their fish legally. That's all it says. Literally, all it says. I'm speaking with the ODNR and emailing them back and forth, literally word for word. Indiana too. They have to buy them legally, and then I'm like, well, define buy legally. Like, I'm like, okay, do they have to? It's a public resource. Do they have to have public accounting of what type of fish, how many fish, how quickly they die? Like, it blows my mind that a public resource is allowed to be raped the way it is, not publicly documented at all. I can't strike oil and then start selling oil across the country without a million regulations coming in. That's a natural resource. Blue cats, channel cat, flatheads, that's a natural resource. I found out technically the Ohio River is not public property. So I used to say they're taking a public commodity from public land and they're privatizing it. That's not actually the case. The Ohio River is technically not public property, but there's more nuance to that. But they are taking a public commodity. There's nothing that's public that you don't have to have regulations for. Nothing. Except for catfish. And put it down on paper. You take a wild animal. I mean, if you really want to compare it, it's slavery. Just put it on paper. You take a living thing from another part of the world, put it in a different part of the world. It was wild and free before. Now it's stuck in an area. It is barely fed. And when it is fed, it is abused while it's fed. And they're starved to death. And then they're discarded and replaced. Put that on paper. That's exactly what a pay lake is, and that's exactly what slavery was. That's why I say pay lakes are worse than dogfighting. A dogfighting rig, dogs are bred, cared for, fed. Is it terrible? Absolutely. But it is nowhere near as bad as pay lake. Nowhere near as bad as pay lake. At least the dogs are attacking each other and they're fighting each other. It's sickening, it's disgusting, but it's not humans inflicting the torture. It's dogs fighting each other. And the similarity is it's all about gambling. It has nothing to do with the fish. It's all about gambling. Some people try and argue that zoos are just as bad as pay lakes. No. Zoos are about conservation. Zoos donated over 160 million to ACA accredited zoos. Donated 160 million last year, I believe, to conservation of animals. The majority of animals in zoos are there because they would not survive in the wild. They're not stolen and put there. It's not like Tiger King. A pay lake, they don't donate anything to the conservation to these fish. Where's the pay lake fund? Now, if pay lakes were held to a standard where they had to donate X amount of hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to the conservation and replenishment of these fish, would it suck still? Yes. Would it sting less? Yes. ODNR asked me, would I feel less worse if they took invasive blue cats across the country and put them into the pay lakes in Ohio? He suggested the James River. They're invasive there. And I was like, it still sucks. I would still sit on my high horse about the torture, but at least you're taking something from where it shouldn't be and putting it somewhere it shouldn't be. And screw you, Dan, Haslife, and everyone who fishes the James River. It might make things more evil. No, I'm just kidding. even if you had hardcore commercial fishing there, they would their biology would just they would still have quality of fish would still be better. If we had no commercial fishing here, our quality of fish would be middle to lower Tennessee River quality fish. Your better Tennessee River will never sniff it just because of environment. Like that's what people also have to realize. Like some old timers like to say like, "Oh, our river was so great." They're like, "Nah, not really." Like we don't have the environment to support that many fish. It would be better with no commercial fishing, but it still would not be Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky. It still wouldn't be as good there, but it would be better. A 50-pound bag here and 5 fish can and will win you or place you at any tournament on this river, anywhere, especially this stretch. 50 pounds isn't the big fish in most tournaments on the James River. All right, I'm gonna look at the chat. I'm done. I'm done crying. All right. Amazing. Oh no, I'd argue that. I'd be willing to bet other animals have put other animals extinct. We're the only animals that are knowingly doing it. But if it was our only food source, like if you're an animal without thought, if it's your food source, you're just going to keep eating it until it's gone. So I'd be willing to bet other animals have made other animals extinct in the past. The problem is we knowingly do it. Man, getting over to the state that shall not be named is taking forever. At least something. Ooh, actually deep. I was like 15 feet off the bottom there. It's not more. I'm done. I'm done crying. By the way, I promise. Yeah, beautiful day to fish. It is a beautiful day to fish. Now that I'm deeper, I'm gonna let a little more line out all these bowls. I might go back and clip that Pele grant and make that its own little mini video. I feel like I dished out a lot of useful information there. So to start the day, I could see 3 to 4 feet down in the Ohio River. It is what 10:30. You can see a foot, maybe. I'm jinxing myself here, but did the barges take off today? I've seen there's been one barge so far since 5 in the morning. You normally get at least one every half hour. At least one. We're gonna go a little faster too. Why not? Hung. Oh, come on! I haven't been hung once yet today. Ah, if I'm hung, that's the end of the life. Nope, I got off. I heard tearing though, so that was either the leader line or my Cincinnati drifter being ripped. That's the best part about cruise control is it was still. See, if I wasn't in cruise control and I was just using a power setting, I would have pulled the kayak back. Oh, something was snacking on that chicken. What time is it? 10:27. All right. Anyway, all right. Conservation is what makes change for good or bad around. All right. Let's see here. Small hooks. Once I'm up in the back creek, I could get away with just using chicken, but I don't really want to just be using chicken. Oh! I think I just had a hit on that. I love the musky bumper. It serves so many purposes other than just measuring fish. Gonna drop these. I'm now in 30 foot of water, 31 foot of water. We're gonna drop these down to the bottom. They came up. I increased my speed, and I am about 5 feet deeper than I was last time I dropped my line. All right. Ironic. Today's trip was supposed to be a Cohen. I was supposed to be fishing Cohen right now as we speak. The plan was to go to Cohen this morning, drag the lake, catch some meters, go eat, and then in the afternoon I was going to come out on the Ohio River with my buddy and fish for bigger blues. The reason I was going to do that, I wanted to eat some cats, and if I'm just being honest, you have a better chance. I'm in a 1 day tournament, three longest fish. You have a better chance of getting three longer fish at Cohen than you do in this stretch of the Ohio River. That's not. I'm not remotely kidding when I say that. The last few times I've went there, I've caught between 90 and 100 inches worth of channel cats between my three biggest. That's all between 10 and 15 pounds. And out here, if you catch 5 fish and you break 50 pounds, you had a great day. So I have a better shot at going to Cohen and getting three bigger fish than I do fishing the Ohio River. But the reason I'm here is because I just didn't feel like doing the drive. Cohen Lake, Cowan, technically, Cowan Lake is a hidden little gem. Sandusky of the South. I know some locals don't like that I glorify it as much as I do, but it's a 99 horsepower lake. All the serious guys that I know, they'll never go there because it's a 99 horsepower lake. Even you can literally get from one end to the other with a trolling motor in less than 15 minutes, but they won't go there because it's 99. Some people complain about it too. I don't understand. Why can't there just be a lake that doesn't have big motors? Like, what's the big deal? You got Caesars Creek 20 minutes away. You got East Fork 40 minutes away. And you got the Ohio River 40 minutes away. Like, what's the big deal? If it was the only lake in that area, I mean, I would be more sympathetic, but there are so many options to fish in that area with big boats. Like, why does it have to be a big boat or a big motor lake? Am I going backwards? No. That's it. We're out in 31 foot of water now, so doesn't mean it's a guaranteed big fish, but it probably percentage wise gives us a higher chance. That's a hit. Come on. Probably gives us a better chance at a bigger fish, even though this is a baby for sure. Mark Bennett, if you're watching this, go catch some bluegills. I am completely out of bait now. I need to get with my dealer and buy some. Earlier in the year, I bought, I think, $600 worth of bait at wholesale price. Not like $7 skip. Like, we're talking like three. Oh, let's see what someone said in the chat. All right. I gave up on Cohen until I started watching your channel, changing the spots in the bank to your vids, and actually started catching. Oh, hey, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel really good. I'll I'll explain lakes, not just Cohen. I'll explain lakes. When it's cold out, deep. You want to be deeper, and you want to be moving as slow as humanly possible. Deeper water is more consistent. Deeper water is less cold than the top of the water when it's cold out. As it starts to warm up, they move from the cold to the shallows. So um, early spring, late fall, you want to be medium depth. And Cohen's actually the perfect lake because when it's really cold, you want to be as deep as humanly possible, and that's 1/3 of the lake is 30 foot deep. And then when you got the early spring, late fall, the middle chunk of the lake is between 12 and 30 foot deep. Perfect. That's where you want to be fishing. And then late spring to um, early fall, that's when they're actively like hardcore actively feeding. That's when you want to do the super shallow part of the lake. And then the heart of the summer, they want to be they're feeding everywhere. You don't really want to go super shallow part of the summer. You want to be Austin Island to the deepest part of the lake. Honestly, it's a crapshoot. Part of the summer, you can go deepest part of the lake and catch them. You can go up to Austin Island and catch them. I wouldn't drag super shallow just because I don't think the percentage of the bait fish would be there because the oxygen level's lower. You want to follow the bait fish. The oxygen level is going to be better in that 12 to 30 foot range. So, but yeah, that's. We'll start at the beginning of the year. Middle of winter, deep parts, super slow. Like we're talking point 0.1, if not anchor. And then in the deep portion, early spring, move up 12 to 30 foot middle chunk of the lake. Late spring, anywhere from like 3 foot to 15 foot. Summer, the whole lake. The shallower the worst in the summer, in my opinion. And then early fall, again, middle part of the lake. Late fall, middle to shallow. And then when you get back to winter, deep. As the water warms up, you can justify covering more ground faster because their metabolism is higher and they're actively moving and searching for food more. Which is like if I went and dragged Cohen right now, I would do point 0.5 to point 0.7 and cover a ton of ground. Early spring, late fall, I'm going point 0.2 to point 0.3. I swear this is like hanging on like a log or something. No, I just had a lot of line out, I guess. Oh, can't catch fish. So this did. I thought this had a hit. That's why this is all tangled. That just had a hit. Can't catch fish when your hooks aren't exposed. I wonder how long ago this was hit. It's looked like that for a while. That sucks. This Bat Creek could not come quicker. I would love to be thrown for some bait fish. In the hour of suck. Alright, let's check the chat here. I should probably check that line too. Check the chat, check the line. Nobody's here, okay. Alright. We're coming up on the end of this live for sure. I have to get more bait. I might just go on a bait run from here and call it a day. Is there a fish on this? I don't have whatchamacallit on this heavy. I guess I do. I'm just getting weak from, yeah, this was hit for sure. Matter of what hit it though. I mean, it's. Do I have this on? No, it would be piping hot if I had it. If I don't have it on, I should be like. Like 8 jet skiers just went up into the Little Miami. Oh, I can't see the chat anymore. My phone sucks. Oh, hi, one fishing mic. The fishing mic. How's the fishing mic? It's actually awesome. It's died down midday bite, so I'm not catching much. I'm finishing this drag out. There's a creek mouth up here. It'll probably be another half hour or so till I get there. And then once I get to this creek mouth, I'm gonna go up into the back creek and try and get bait, because I am clear out of fish for bait at this point. I got chicken titties, but I don't have any like real bait. The chicken's caught a couple fish. It's caught the second biggest fish of the day. I'm not anti-chicken by any means. It's just I prefer not chicken. It's just my preference. I am pro whatever catches the dang fish. That doesn't seem okay. My GoPro mount seems loosey-goosey. That's kind of scary. I should probably look into that. This GoPro mount goes, that's it's a lot of money down the drain. Like we're looking $500+ if not more. Yeah, I might be done now. I truly don't think my baits are on the bottom anymore. I think the current's just too fast now to be using 4 ounces. I think I need 6 ounces, and I don't have any 6 ounces on me. No, I got a single 6 ouncer on me. I mean, I guess I could throw 2 4s on. But yeah, the current on this side of the river is just so much stronger than the other side. The undertow here is just incredible. Down in Milton, Kentucky, I fished 1.5 to 1.8 mile per hour current with 4 ounce sinkers. Completely fine. No issues at all. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, did you guys hear that drag scream? Maybe this was on the bottom, maybe it wasn't. It don't matter. I I just put this thing down not too long ago. I need to get this suspended bait out of the way. Please, just please, 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 please be a catfish. Yeah, this is what I mean about my GoPro mount being really loose. All I'm doing is reeling in my other line, and my GoPro mount, it normally doesn't do that. It normally just stays locked in one place. I can't, so my screen is really bad in the sun. I no longer can see it, so I'm just guessing and hoping you guys can see it. But this is a very good fish. Very cute. Now it has head shakes, but the last 2 gars had head shakes too. And my chest cam's refusing to turn on. Is that GoPro on? Okay. Our fireman buddies are coming back. You know what? I might just hit that spot lock on this guy. You know what? Yeah, I'm going for bait after this. We're gonna hit spot lock on this, so I only have to fight the river and not the river and the boat. Please, just please be a damn catfish. Yeah, buddy, that's a cat. That's a cat. Oh, I made this leader line so damn long. Best or second best of the day, not sure. Come to Papa. There we go. There we go. Oh, no monster, but that fight, dude. In this current, with this current being, with this current rising, oh man, I'd be willing to bet we're at least 1.2 now, probably more. There we go. I'm gonna get a hero shot of this fish, and then I'm gonna hop off live, submit them and everything, and then go focus on bait. There we go. Come here, boy. There we go. That's an awesome fish. My guess is second best of the day. Best fighter by a long shot. By a long shot. Oh, come on. the things that you don't see in videos, like how difficult it is to unhook these fish sometimes when you're in a kayak. This one is hooked very well. There we go. He didn't give me the unhook shuffle. A lot of times when you get that final pop out of their mouth, they come falling off, or they go flipping around. My guess is it's just the same way as if you or I went to the dentist. If we didn't numb ourselves up and he just popped the tooth out, I'm pretty sure we'd dance too. Baby, let's get you in this. I won't be telling anyone how to use fish grips here. Come here, bub. This is the only disadvantage to this giant net. Yeah, probably second longest of the day. Beyond the best fight though, and the best takedown. I'm gonna get these baits down there. Might as well while I finish this up. All right, we're gonna get a hero shot here of this fish, and then we're gonna get off the live. All right, for the tube, beautiful fish, probably 6 to 8 pound range. Beautiful fish. And now we're gonna take my phone, do the picture thing, and thank everyone for watching. We'll do this again either later tonight or some other time.